Okay, so I'm reviewing another book. I read this a couple weeks ago, but I kind of forgot about it, so I'm gonna read it. Review it. Sorry for the shaky cam. Um, it's called "There's Nothing Wrong with You," revised edition by Sherry Huber. I want to pronounce. Um, so it's basically just a book about like there's some Zen Buddhist teachings in there. Like that's kind of what the author believes in, but there's teachings that have to do with um they have to do with basically it's going beyond self-hate, going beyond any sort of dislike for yourself. The book itself is only a couple hundred pages and the font is pretty like big, but it just kind of helps you really walk through some of those basic traps that are not too hard to understand, but they're hard to see. And it talks about how we hate ourselves, how we're conditioned as a society, how we're conditioned to always need one more thing or one more whatever before we can love ourselves. It talks about the innate value of human beings. It talks about things we do to cope, and it gives some basic steps to kind of like the title says, understand that there's nothing wrong with you. That even if you have flaws, but it does more than just a simple "oh, you're okay," "oh, you're chill." It does kind of go into more detail. It is a book I'd recommend honestly for like any ages, like even you know, kids. Look right now, there's like they got stuff on gratitude. The a lot of practices in here. Um, and it just talks about like an inner critic and the path to follow and a lot of other stuff. It goes into deep with cycles and stuff, and so that's kind of the quality of the book. I read it in probably a day in one sitting in about 2.5 2 hours. No, not 2.5. It was like no, it was like an hour and a half. It was actually a pretty quick read because there's pictures in there too. It was. I think it's succinct. I think it's nice. I think like you feel better about yourself, and it'll give you at least one or two takeaway practices that can actually help improve your relationship with yourself. All in all, it's a good book. I got it on Amazon for like $10. I'd say it's worth it. I'd give it probably 7.5 or an 8. Like it was a good book. Wasn't great. Wasn't life changing. Might reread it because that's a quick read and just remind myself. Pretty solid. So I maybe give it like a 7.8. Yeah.